Hello there, thanks a lot for coming by PosterCentral.com's video blog today. I'm Pete Howard. And the genius, right? Ray Charles. And boy, he was right in the middle of a brilliant commercial streak of hits right at this point in his career. Now, of course, the 1950s, of course, sure, he was one of the talents that built Atlantic Records, and he had hugely influential records, such as Drown in My Own Tears and I've Got a Woman. But check out this 5-year hit streak on the pop charts for Ray Charles. 1959, What I Say, top 10. 1960, Georgia on My Mind at number 1. 1961, this poster in the middle, Hit the Road Jack, number 1 pop hit. 1962, I Can't Stop Loving You, number 1 pop hit. And then 1963, Busted was a top 5 pop hit. All 5 of those hits are household name songs that everybody knows. And the middle 3 were the only number 1 records on the pop charts of Ray Charles' career. So you take those 3, and the middle one of those 3 number 1s was Hit the Road Jack in 1961. And here we go, hold on to your seats. The issue of Billboard magazine in which Hit the Road Jack ascended into the number 1 position. You take that Billboard magazine, just like everybody got it in the mail back then, and Ray hits number 1 with Hit the Road Jack, and that issue was dated October 15th, 1961. Right there on the poster. So, come on, man, right? Just like the sports show. I mean, people tease me, friends, about being so, into the timing of my concert posters, but really? I mean, come on, that's just really, really amazing. And so it obviously adds a lot of fun and punch to this poster. And, pardon me, it's not even a tour blank. It was created for just this one show, and that's exactly what Kleinhans Music Hall in Buffalo, New York did. They created their own unique concert posters. I mean, I've blogged a couple before. You've seen them. Maybe Aretha Franklin, for example, the same year, 1961, when she was just 19 years old. But one thing they all have in common is right there across the top. It does say Joe Rico and the Buffalo Jazz Festival present, plus the word jazz in the top center. And then above Ray's head there, as you can see, it says The Genius in low contrast white print. And you've got in the white circle, An Evening with Ray Charles and his Concert Dance Orchestra. And below the piano, featuring the Raelets. And then 3 record labels are given, which is always fun, because he was actually transitioning at this point in his career. ABC-Paramount, Impulse, the jazz label, and Atlantic recording artists. And then that nice picture of the smiling Raelets. Then down at the bottom of the 61 window card, all the ticket prices and locations that you could buy them. And a top ticket price of $5. Man, that was a lot of dinero for 1961. Well, look at the orange stripe at the bottom. Maybe it's because the show was benefiting organization Buffalo Philharmonic. Those are expensive propositions, those big orchestras. So, speaking of orchestras, there were a lot of musical genres sort of, mixed together on this poster and in this era. The Philharmonic Orchestra unquestionably is classical music, and Ray is mostly rhythm and blues and pop, right? And jazz dominates the top of the poster, so that's 3 formats. But hang on a sec. If you're a Ray fan, you know that he released 2 jazz albums this year. That's why he's here. 1961, that's right, one of them with Betty Carter. But then again, this year, Atlantic Records released a Ray Charles compilation called The Genius Sings the Blues. And then his very next album to come out a few months later and be the biggest of his career, Modern Sounds in Country and Western Music. So, boy, remember Top 40 radio back in the 60s? There were just all formats. If it was a good song, it didn't matter what format it was on the radio. So those were the days. Pardon me. So, as I said, promoter Joe Rico, he had his own posters designed in Buffalo. And 2 years later, Ray Charles played right here. And take a look at that poster and how close it is to the one I've been showing you. Yeah, look at this. Now, I have video blogged this separately, by the way, but it's great for comparison right here. Yeah, just look how close, just really close in design. You've got the same photo of Ray at the piano, the same big circle in the middle. You do have the same layout at the top, up there. You do have a different picture of the Raelets on there, and a little surprisingly down at the bottom, the exact same ticket prices 2 years later, and also almost all the same ticket locations with just one new addition, which is not surprising, of course, for 2 years later. So to close out this video, I just couldn't resist holding them both together for you. Take a look at that. Man, Ray Charles hitting the road, Jack, the road to Buffalo, New York, in both 1961 and again in 1963. Thanks a lot for dropping by. Hope you enjoyed the genius today. Great fun showing him to you. And back again soon for something fun, I hope. Okay, have a nice day. Bye-bye.